Good Sunday morning, everybody. I decided to get up early. I don't know why, but I did. It's Sunday morning. I could have slept in. But hey, hope you're having a great Sunday morning. Hope this video finds you well. And today I thought it would be kind of fun to tell you the inevitable. It was going to happen. It was only a matter of time. And to be honest, this is a fairly long time to have a first run car have its first accident. I remember the very first PT Cruiser that I saw. It was like a week after it had come out, and it was broken down on the side of the highway. So that didn't take long. But in this case, 2 months, actually is a fair amount of time before the first one to crash, because, the old joke about Corvette owners is they never drive them. So that is almost, kind of to be expected. And that's why having a Corvette is pretty nice, because the insurance is insanely cheap for what you get. You get a car that's, potentially can hit 200 miles an hour, and my insurance is cheaper than my pickup truck to operate. So, thanks to all the old guys out there who never drive their cars and who never get speeding tickets and never crash them, because my insurance is super cheap because of it. And it's another reason to be a Corvette owner. So I saw this a couple days ago, and I saw the first crash, and I thought, oh geez, oh boy, this is first C8 crash. It was bound to happen. It's inevitable. And of course, everybody's going to want to take pictures of it. So let's see if we can kind of break down what happened a little bit from the photos, and there's a video of it that I will show you. This is from Jalopnik, and of course I will always credit my source down in the doodly doos here in the bottom, because give credit where credit's due. I just like reporting on it, giving a little bit of commentary in my thoughts and ideas as we go forward. So let's run into it. And the big question is everybody's asking is did Mike Royce drive this particular one? And if you don't know who Mike Royce is, he is the driver and GM executive who did this. Yeah, Mark Royce was the guy who crashed the ZR1 while driving the pace car at Indy, and despite having many years of fairly decent racing experience, still managed to crash. So my point being is you can have all the years of experience racing you want, and stuff still happens. So this goes back to my last video of be as prepared as possible. Nobody plans on a crash, but the first C8 wrecked, and no, Mark Royce wasn't driving it, but it was inevitable. And here's my little greedy hands are doing the Mr. Burns excellent as I am seeing this and eyeballing all the cool things that we can scavenge off this car. We can scavenge the engine looks good, airbag deployment. So this is probably going to be a lengthy, very expensive fix, and at the price of these things, probably not worth fixing. So this is going to be parted out at some Copart or something. And so we've got engine, transmission, running gear, that sort of thing. And that's where my evil plans start coming together. Excellent. So first crash. We'll see if we can do a little reconstruction of the accident scene as we go forward. But yeah, so here we go. It's from the Wrecked Muscle Cars account, which it sucks that there has to be a group dedicated to such thing. But hey, we're here for the lulz, so here we go. So here's the quick video. I'll watch it with you.
Yeah, we get like a Suburban or Yukon too. Same thing.
So I'm going to stop it here just for a second, and I think I have a rough idea of kind of what happened, because you see the driver's side accident. Actually, so if you're not familiar, the most common accident that is out there, so it's not T-boning, it's not getting rear-ended, it's actually getting hit on the driver's side to driver's side is the most common type accident in the United States. So if you see a lot of crash tests that do that offset, where it comes in at an offset and hits the driver, like half driver side, and leaves the passenger side alone, that's why they do a lot of those crashes, because that is a very common accident. So they need to make sure that that type of accident, being as common as it is, functions fairly well. So my guess, and this is just a guess at this point, reading the kind of accident scene as it were, is if you notice when cars hit that kind of offset, they spin a little bit and they rotate. So my guess is, because this is a winding road, and you're in a Corvette, and you're in a mid-engine Corvette, and you're having a lot of fun, is the person tried to cut the yellow line a little bit, maybe make a slightly better line for themselves, or opposing traffic came around that bend and took it wide, and then crossed the yellow line, and then they hit kind of like so. But let's finish it up here. Let's see if we can glean any more information. Airbag deployment, both sides, excellent. That worked. Looks like people are walking around. I don't see any ambulances or anything, so that's a good sign. It means people walked away. People were okay. Nobody's in it. So again, people were safe, and nobody had any major injuries, it looks like, so that's good. Whenever you see a sheet over a car, that means that somebody usually passed away. And then when you see, like if you go to Copart or something and you see the biohazard, they say biohazard in the description, that means there's bodily fluid in the car, blood, feces, etc. So usually biohazard means blood, but there might be other things as well too. So just kind of keep that in mind. That's code for something bad happened.
Damn, son.
How much?
When I get the radios.
That 69.
Guardrail.
So what it looks like is, if we back it up just a tad here, okay, what we saw right about, we saw some fluid. Oh, where'd it go? It is right about there. Okay. So this changes our theory a little bit. Chances are the Corvette was coming, kind of coming this way, so it's actually traveling the direction we're looking, and potentially one of the drivers crossed the yellow line, and they hit, and it looks like the Corvette kind of just skidded forward there for a little bit. So doesn't look like it spun a whole lot, but kind of either that Ranger that you just saw hit it. Let's turn off the volume, keep going. And yeah, so that Ranger took some of the brunt of it, and of course the Corvette's pretty low, so it just ripped off the bumper. Hopefully it looks like everybody's okay there too. And another car involved got the whole rear axle taken off. So I'm not sure who's at fault here. I don't know, but it looks like a multi-car crash. That was a pretty rough hit. So again, lots of things could have happened. Somebody screwed up somewhere, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, good. Looks like everybody's okay. There's a small kid involved, but yeah, looks like everybody's okay. Everybody's fine. Yeah, and somebody commented that I thought was really good was, it looks like the frunk is okay. I hope the golf clubs made it. So, so yeah, it is possible here. So it is. So if we're just taking theories here, right? We're just making theories. This car here in the back, I'll zoom in a little bit. This is just a theory again, so take it for what it's worth. So if we saw this Suburban Expedition, whatever it was, got hit in the rear axle, it is possible that this part hit the rear axle, which then cascaded into the Ranger here. Looks like, if you can see my mouse, it looks like the Corvette was coming around this way, as these two cars were coming up the mountain here, coming around the pass, and the Corvette, I don't know who's at fault. It's possible the Corvette was, expecting light traffic or something, and then wanted to, or lost control and was coming around that corner a little too fast and crossed the yellow line, hit one of the cars. Again, I don't know if this happens to me a lot too. When you go around a corner, some people like to cut the inside of it, and some people like to go wide. And I'm not sure what that is, because especially in a blind corner, when you see this giant, dirt mound here, you can't see around that. So stick to your line and stick in those lines, because you have no idea what's on the other side of that. And I've been surprised a number of times by people thinking there's no traffic or thinking there's light traffic and then just cutting it too quickly. So if you were there or saw what happened, let me know if you have better information. But unfortunately, the first one has bit the dust. So anyway, hope this was useful and helpful. And if you like this video, hey, hit the subscribe button. Otherwise, I'll check you guys later. Have a good rest of your Sunday.